Judge Paul Burry here. Court is in session. This is an FFG Politics on the death of President Carter at 100 years old. So I'm sure you've heard about it. A lot of people are talking about it. President Carter was considered one of the worst presidents of all time. He earned that moniker because, well, first off, he was a decent guy from Georgia, allegedly. I've never met him. I have actually been to his library. There's not a lot there, though. And some of the stuff that's there, you're kind of like, well, he didn't actually do that. He was seen as really weak. Gutting the military and then sending them to go try to save the hostages. They crash and don't save the hostages. And the terrorists were not afraid of him. But when Reagan came in as a cowboy, they were just like, whoa, you can have your people back. So they gave him right back when Reagan got inaugurated. He was known for like the gas crisis, for horrible inflation. I don't know if I think maybe stagflation came up in his presidency. People were talking about stagflation. He also he lectured the Americans. Now I want you to understand this. He was president from 1976 to 1980. 1980 is when he lost in a landslide election for President Reagan. President Reagan just absolutely dominated him badly. He was known for doing stuff like lecturing the American people that we were running out of oil, and there's no more oil left, and we need to stop using gas vehicles. By the way, there wasn't any solution. There wasn't an alternative, and certainly at this point, we're talking getting close to 50 years ago, there wasn't technology. And by the way, 50 years later, we're still drilling and we're still finding oil, so he was completely wrong about that. Now, aside from having been a horrible president, President Carter is known for his after. So he did volunteer work to help out different people after his presidency. And there is some controversy and some debate over, what he did and if it was good or bad, if it was actually any good or not. I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to reference that, yes, there is controversy on that. And some people are like, and other people are like, so I just figure bringing out there, I'm sure there are people that were helped by it. I don't know controversial wise on that. I do know what I saw a lot of him after he was president, when he would interact with other presidents or make comments on things. He was really partisan. And I kind of think that is a bad look, personally. But you notice a lot of these guys, they, no matter what horrible thing their party does, they're going to just go with the party. And I kind of prefer people that are going to do the right thing all the time and not just always toe the party line. That's just me, hey, that's what I think. But he lived a long time, and he did impact people, whether it was impact for good or impact for bad. He did impact people. And I figured I'd do a little video on the passing of President Carter. I hope he had Jesus in his heart, and I hope he's in heaven. I don't know one way or the other. I am not going to comment on that because, like I said, I don't know him. I didn't know his walk or anything. I know a lot of people said he was a decent man, but that's about all I know. All right, so court adjourned.